So I just got done watching Rick Beato's latest video around lyrics today and how they can be. Specifically, he talks about a song by Jack Harlow. It was a really interesting video. I love Rick's approach. He is one of the only YouTubers that I completely binge watch these days. Lyrics to me are one of the most important and most enjoyable aspects of writing music. This video got me thinking about my relationship with lyrics and deliberate messaging within lyrics of a song and who they're meant for. When I think of the song that Rick Beato is talking about, the Jack Harlow song, I do agree with Rick that lyrics are kind of left to the wayside, I think. It got me thinking about like genre specific lyrics and like how those lyrics serve that kind of genre and the audience as well. I agree with Rick that these lyrics don't necessarily jump out as the best lyrics I've heard in recent years, but let's play devil's advocate and ask the question, does genre inform lyrics? The answer is yes, it absolutely does, but to understand it, let's take a look at some examples. Country music often tells stories about everyday life, love, heartbreak, family, sometimes patriotism, all often with a narrative style. Pop tends to focus and stay within themes that have a broader appeal, like love, relationships, emotions, with catchy hooks and choruses at the heart of what the songs are. The metal genre can range from themes of fantasy, mythology, and history to personal struggle, societal issues, often with intense and powerful lyrical content. Rap and hip-hop, which is the genre of the track we're talking about, is known for its emphasis on rhythmic, expressive lyrics that often address social issues, personal struggle, success, and are also known for clever wordplay and complex rhyme schemes as well. This genre of this track can afford to have a casual, more kind of flippant tone. It's supposed to be playful. To me, in some places, it definitely jumps out as a more crafted sound for short form content. So maybe those lyrics are written with that purpose in mind. And that is what it comes down to, I think, like the purpose of what a lyric needs to be, what the messaging is, who it's for, and how it's relayed. Another question you have to ask is, who are the lyrics for? What's the age of the demographic? When I think of songs that I listened to when I was 10 years old, for example, I'm not too sure I was thinking too much about the lyrics when I was 10. Probably a good thing as well, because maybe not a lot of 10-year-olds should be singing the kind of songs we were singing when we were 10 years old. One of the first songs that comes to mind is C'est la vie by Bewitched. The lyrics in that song are very nursery rhyme-like. There's really simple, perfect, one-syllable rhymes that anybody can sing, anybody would find memorable, and that is purposeful. It's targeted at a younger demographic, done deliberately. Looking back on lyrics like this when you're older is definitely like, wow. But it serves the audience it's meant for at the time. And then if I think of a song that I would have discovered when I was a teenager, so take Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne, for instance, there's a slightly more mature tone and themes that would be relevant to the teenage demographic of the time and to the pop rock genre in terms of the content. Not to mention lyrics that aren't so nursery rhyme-like and offer up a development in the story as the song progresses. There's a narration around this boy and this girl, but it comes from different perspectives, and those perspectives and the address of who the lyrics are for changes throughout the song deliberately. He was a skater boy, she said see you later boy. By the end of the song, it flips it on its head. I'm with the skate boy, I said see you later boy. Sure, a simple change, but there's development in the story, in the messaging there. My point here is that, most of the time, audience demographic is taken into consideration inside of the lyrical content. So, going back to Jack Harlow's track, the lyrics appear half-assed, or are they just casual and catered more to the crowd who isn't looking for a rich story of substance in that moment? And this all got me thinking about my own lyrical work over time and how that's evolved as well. Recently, we just celebrated the 10-year anniversary of a song of mine called Cherry on Top. It was a playful, suggestive pop song. It was influenced by Katy Perry at the time. Me and my partner were such huge fans of the One of the Boys album, and from a production aspect, we wanted to really channel that kind of fun American pop rock sound that album just bellows out. In terms of that maturity, lyrically the content was like simple pop, right? Exactly what it needed to be. So the lyrics are promiscuous, they're suggestive. It was definitely catered to people who were at the same age as me at the time, people in their 20s. I started out writing folk songs and kind of came from that kind of rich storytelling kind of mode. But I also had this love for like these pop songs where, you know, things were more simple. My own lyrical style over time has evolved in a way that I think has been affected again by influences, by other artists who I've grown to love, but also because of the amount of time that I've invested in myself just sitting down and writing anything and everything. I don't know about you guys, but I try and write every single day if I can. On the topic of daily writing, here on my own channel, I love creating content that helps musicians, songwriters, lyricists, all of the above. Some of my latest videos have revolved around daily lyric writing exercises that you can try to boost your confidence as a lyricist, to improve your vocabulary recall, and also, you know, exercises that just wake your creative muse up and get the cogs whirring a little bit so you don't just slap bang into the wall that is writer's block. So try those out sometime. It's very easy to write terrible lyrics. It's very hard to write a lyric that will resonate with a listener years and years down the line. This all comes down to messaging, right? And who that message is meant for. Speaking of songs with substance, my audience helped me discover an artist called Jamie Lawson, and he has a track called I Wasn't Expecting That. Beautiful, thoughtfully crafted storytelling that has been crafted in a way to really like tug at your heartstrings, telling a relatable story of the love between two people. It's a really heartbreaking song, and it takes you by surprise is all I can say. You should definitely check it out as a great example that really does have substance. Whether it charted or not, I have no idea. I'm so far off the wagon with what's in the charts, like... And this brings me back to the kind of casual tone that we do here in that Jack Harlow song. Everything is subjective, of course, and every song is going to resonate with a different listener in a different way. I think simplicity across pop songs doesn't necessarily mean that lyrics are bad. I'm definitely one for a more kind of poetic, cryptic lyric of substance. There is a timeless factor. A part of the superpower of any song is the lyrics and that purpose and that messaging behind them. So if you're not questioning your lyrics as you go along and taking in all these factors into consideration, I think you're doing yourself a disservice as the lyricist. That's definitely what makes a bad lyric happen, is lack of focus, with no true kind of center point as to what the message of the song is. Perhaps with the Jack Harlow song, it's just what the song called for, playful, casual, throwaway lyrics. If that's the case, it works. I would love to know what you think. Make sure you hit like and subscribe in this video. If you want to check out my music and my lyrics, then I'll leave a link down in the description below to my latest EP. Thank you for watching, and big shouts to Rick Beato for a great video.